James still thinks about the Thursday afternoon meeting. It would have required naming something he preferred to leave undefined. James and his friend had worked together for 12 years. Same team, same office. Desks separated by a low partition. They started within weeks of each other, shared commutes, shared frustrations, shared the kind of familiarity that forms without effort. When the company announced restructuring, no one was surprised. Budgets had been tightening for months. There would be cuts. Managers were asked for recommendations, not publicly, not formally, just conversations behind closed doors. James was called in on a Thursday afternoon. 2 names were needed from their department. Performance wasn't the issue. It was about future direction. He understood what that meant. He also understood that he would not be one of the names. James had positioned himself carefully over the years. Visible projects, strategic relationships, extra hours when it counted. His friend had not. He was steady, reliable, less visible. In the room, when the question came, there was a pause. James could have argued, could have said the team needed his experience, could have pushed back on the numbers. Instead, he nodded. He offered the name. Not eagerly, not carelessly, just calmly. It felt procedural. A week later, the announcement was made. His friend sat very still at his desk. There was no anger, just confusion. They went for a drink that evening. James listened as his friend tried to make sense of it, talked about timing, about market conditions, about bad luck. He agreed with all of it. He did not mention the Thursday afternoon, the conversation behind the closed door. James told himself it wouldn't have changed the outcome, that if not him, someone else would have spoken the name, which is likely true. They stayed in touch after that. Occasional messages, a coffee once a year. His friend found other work, moved cities, life adjusted. But every time they meet, there is a brief internal recalculation, a quiet awareness of what James knows and what the other person does not. It never became a dramatic secret. No confrontation, no exposure. Just a small fact filed away between them. He doesn't frame it as betrayal. He frames it as survival. But he also knows that loyalty would have looked different in that room. James has never revisited the decision, only carried it. And when his friend speaks about those years, about how close they were, he nods. Because they were. And because he understands now how easily closeness can be outweighed by the instinct to remain standing when the room gets smaller.